Good morning, everyone. So we are assembled here for the annual general meeting 2024. I'm from the batch of 2018, NIT Trichy. I'm the joint secretary today. So people are on the way. We request 5 to 10 minutes of patience while we start the event. Thank you. Can we please call the meeting to order? I kindly request the following people to come on the stage. Recall President Mr. Mahalingam. Recall Treasurer Professor Dr. Jerome. Recall Vice President Mr. Manigandan. Dean Dr. Uma. Alumni Relations. Mr. Krishna Sai, past President, Recall. And leave of absence is granted to Mr. Chandrasekhar, Secretary in charge, and Mr. Ilangovan, Vice President. And I am the Joint Secretary, Mohan Raj here. With the permission of the floor, may I please begin the AGM? So this is our agenda for today. We have a detailed list of activities to run through. And I'll first start, with your permission, the invocation. It's a silent invocation. May I please request you all to stand up? Thank you. I now call upon our President, Mr. Mahalingam, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everybody. Very warm welcome to all of you to the annual general body meeting of the REC Alumni Association. I think around 40 of us are here. We're expecting a few more. I think tomorrow, today being a Muhurtam day, few are just finishing breakfast or lunch and coming in. And we are on 18 or 20 people online. We're expecting the number to grow up. And hopefully, as the meeting warms up, there'll be close to, we have close to 80 odd registration with 70 in person. We're hoping more will come. But anyway, thanks to all of you to take time off on a Sunday morning to do this, especially after for the long weekend and Vinayak Chaturthi yesterday. Thanks again. Welcome to all of you. Let me start by saying, paraphrasing a Charles Dickens opening line of a novel. It's the best of times and it's the most challenging of times. What a year we have had, I can tell you. The kind of stuff that we have gone through, both positively and in terms of challenges, is something I have not experienced in my career. On one side, you have the wonderful chapter reunions, one batch reunions, the wonderful run-up to GAM, the enthusiasm among the alumni. You can see our WhatsApp group, the kind of participation, a number of people involved. I would imagine close to around maybe 5,000-10,000 people are involved actively with the Institute through social media today. Even, as a matter of fact, in the portal, we have close to 13,000 people registered. So it's really buzzing. Recal is buzzing, NIT is buzzing, NIT Trichy is buzzing. So a lot of positive energy, On the other side, we have huge challenges. I think many of you know, people of past presidents here, the trustees here, the office bearers here, that we've gone through a lot of regulatory challenges. The FCRA license was a nightmare. Thanks to support from the entire team and Professor Jerome and Krishna Sai going to Delhi, we managed to get the license. And believe it or not, within a week of getting that, we had to renew for it again. So we're going through the entire process again. And the paperwork is more difficult this time. We're still finishing the paperwork. So Jerome will agree, Jerome, me, Sai, and Elan, who's not here, go through so much work and so much intense work. Correct, Jerome? It's really intense work. And if that was not enough, we had our Section 80G renewal had to happen. So I think the number of signatures that office bearers or trustees have done are not funny. We're going back to them every other week almost. I had to meet the income tax commissioner personally. I've never done that in my business, but I had to do this for Recal. And he asked me why. So I'm saying now with GAM coming up and the revenues going up, we might have to ratio GST also. And that might have its own regulatory implications for the future and the past. So it's been regulatory, the challenges have been big and it takes a lot of time. We need a very strong secretariat and a back end. For this, I must mention that most of this was possible. We could handle it thanks to that person there in blue shirt, Mr. Jerome. He was outstanding, I can tell you. We took the load of me sitting on campus. And I'm an MBA with finance background. He's a professor. He knows accounts better than I do. So he was truly outstanding. Jerome, really thanks. He traveled all the way to Delhi for us. Why should he? And he traveled all the way to Bombay for an alumni meet. So I think Professor Jerome, I must thank the Dean, Dr. Uma, and the Director for fantastic support, I can tell you. I think earlier, Professor Subbayan and Professor Uma have been the most supporting deans. I've interacted only with two deans. Professor Raman briefly for 2-3 months, and after that it was Professor Subbayan. Fantastic support, I can tell you. They are available anytime of the day. I don't think any other organization can call the faculty or the organization on a Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. I do that with Dr. Uma, and she's unflinching in her response. Similarly, the director, I can tell you, was one of the most accommodating directors, I can tell you. She very, very receptive to Recal, listens to us, supports us. Earlier, Dr. Mini Thomas was also different, but then COVID happened, there was not much interaction physically. The last 2 years have been, so should thank the institution as such for supporting Recal so well. So I think all in all, there have been positives, there have been challenges. Last but not the least challenge I must tell you is all of us are experiencing it in different ways, is the challenge of increasing expectations of the alumni network. It's unbelievable the expectations of us. What Recal can do, is capable of doing, they want beyond that. And many times we don't know how to handle it, but we are handling it thanks to collective effort of all the office bearers and the trustees, etc. The questions are many. And many of them cannot be answered by us. Maybe the institution can answer, we can answer, but collectively we need to. So, as I said, it's been one hell of a year. Best of times in terms of the activities we have done with GAM coming, etc. Challenging times because of all these things. See, for us at Recal, I think Recal exists broadly for, at a big level, making REC or NIT Trichy a bigger and better brand and very well accepted in the country at a broad level. At one level below that, the most important level, according to me, is do its best to be relevant and supportive and enhance the livelihoods and the lives of our key stakeholders. That is the students, the institute, and the alumni. The alumni, not the least, actually alumni first, actually. We are an alumni organization for the alumni. And that will be possible only if a great support from the institute, which they are giving, and what we can do for the institute and with the institute, and again with the students, because they are going to be the future alumni. So I think these three stakeholders constitute our key focus areas at Recal. We have other things like brand and GAM, etc. They're all means to an end, rather than not just the end. For example, as far as let's start with the most important element, alumni. 3 or 4 things have gone, maybe 4 or 5 things have done very well in the last couple of years. Our chapter meets are fantastic, I can tell you. A new chapter like Kerala was opened and I was there. 70, 80 people were there thanks to the effort of Rajshekhar here and his batch, 1974 batch. It was a mini ISRO meet plus the 74 batch meet. Thanks, Rajshekhar. Please stand up. Thank you. Thanks, Raj. His batch was instrumental in putting together the meet at Trivandrum, and you won't believe people had driven all the way from Cochin for that meet. It was fascinating. It was fascinating to see. And there's a new chapter, the Kerala chapter. Our CEO Shamla had initiated the process and we had taken it to the end, and 70 people, Dr. Dean Uma was also there. She drove all the way from Trichy, correct? Yes. Along with Kalpana. Thanks, madam, for doing that. Yeah. Similarly, the Bombay chapter meet. Oh, wow. What a revelation, I can tell you. They had got Narendran and Krishna Kumar. Thanks to the effect of Mr. Balakrishnan, who was earlier on the board of Tata Motors. And Professor S.K.K. Krishnan was there on stage with us. What a moment. It was pouring in Bombay that day. And there were 80 of us. It was pouring. We had to take extra time to reach. I had taken a flight, which reached half an hour late. They were waiting for me to start at 8 instead of 7:30. I just walked in at 8 o'clock sharp. And all of them were waiting. You should give it to the team there called Ankit and his team. Walson of one batch, my senior, Ankit were the people who put it together. And the crowning moment of that is for me the essence of Recal and alumni. Professor Jerome had introduced Professor Muthukumaran to me, and Mr. Professor Muthukumaran, has got a invention for a fur boat. Okay, he had called me and said, could I present it to the Mumbai chapter? I said, why not? I called Ankit and said, initially he said, how will you do it? They thought they'll do it virtually. And then they realized there was no virtual link from that meet. So they offered to get him to Bombay. And Professor Jerome accompanied him. Professor Jerome and Professor Muthukumaran brought the device to Bombay, came there, reached in the afternoon, he was given 15 minutes to present to the entire thing. He could meet Narendran and Krishna Kumar and seek the help for further support. That for me is Recal. Collaboration between alumni, students, and faculty. Fantastic, I can tell you. That's the crowning moment for me. I felt really proud. Professor Jerome will agree. And both Professor Muthukumaran and Jerome didn't sleep that night. They took a 2:30 flight back to Chennai and back, correct? How was it, Jerome? Fantastic. What energy. What energy. Similarly, the meet at Dubai, which I went to, it was early summer, blazing actually. There were 50 odd people. And the chapter was getting revived after COVID, I think, in a big way. Fantastic energy. And the impact of all this is, I traveled there also because I had some work, is that one can sense the sense of energy in wanting to give back. It comes with its own challenges of meeting expectations, that I told you, but all these were. I even I've been to every reunion on campus last year. There was 83 batch, 98 batch. What we have done there is, these reunions, we've rationalized the channel, worked with the team, planned in advance, planned the fundraise in advance. So we got maximum impact. 1.2 to 1.25 crores across those 2 meets. Which is never before number from a batch, 2 batches. And a 98 batch, and now the forthcoming batches are coming forward with their own ideas. We have to find ways to use them and use their money also. So the reunions again have been, so people are coming to me. So 99 batch, I met them in Dubai, many of them are coming, and some of them are staying back for GAM also. So the reunions also have been a fantastic source of support, financially and otherwise. So we had the chapter meets. I went to the 1981 reunion in Ooty also. Ramanan had invited me, and you wouldn't believe it, there were close to 170 people there, including family. Must have been 110 alumni, all with families. It was fantastic. The energy was unbelievable. I went in an afternoon, came back same night to Chennai, but it was fantastic. I'm just saying the energy I'm seeing in the alumni is fantastic. It bodes well for the alumni community and Recal and NIT Trichy and the students in general, because all of them are willing to support the students, either through mentorship, projects, etc. Apart from chapter meets and reunions, etc., the other big thing we have launched is the newsletter which we have launched. We have had one chapter, we revived what was done 40 years back when Mr. Karthikeyan was there, and we have got it again 30 years, and we had the first issue launched. We're planning to have an issue in the next month or so, and one special issue for GAM. We have requested all people, right? Actually, for the next issue, Professor Anantraman is contributing an article on his memories of Trichy and NIT Trichy. So it's getting people together, helping them talk about what their experience with NIT Trichy, increase the bonding and increase the entire power of the NIT Trichy Recal network. Then we have had alumni cast before, which we showcased major alumni for GAM. We have done GAM cast also. So in terms of sheer alumni engagement, we have done multiple things on social media also, where we have showcased star alumni. We have got 76 postings. Coastal and people will highlight that in a more detailed way to create more visibility with the alumni and bring them together. That's a broad objective. Then in terms of our second stakeholders, the students, of course, we do the regular things like supporting Festember, Pragyan, Sports Meet. Thanks to Jerome, we're sponsoring the marathon this year also, and NetFest, basically. That is one part which we've done for long. Apart from that, we have opened up, we do scholarships. Around 114 students benefited around 30 lakhs of scholarship this year. So that is something we support the students. We are planning more on that this year also. Mentorship is something we do also. Many of the alumni have reached out to Dean Uma, telling me many of them want to conduct workshops on how to take interviews, etc. The alumni are getting more and more involved. I think post-COVID people want to go and do stuff. And this is not coming just from the younger batches, from batches of the 70s and 60s also. People are reaching out, so the energy is awesome. So the students, we do multiple things like this, support them on this. And what we do is we are slowly beginning to work closely with them to get them ready to be Recal members going forward. We talk to the student council, etc. Apart from that, we do the best outgoing student award also for the students. This time is unique. Both the outgoing student award and the female other award were both females. And Shamla and our team did something unique where we interviewed them and played it on the social media so that could inspire the next batch of students, basically. So with the students, we are doing that. With institute collaboration, of course, we are doing multiple things. Uma is trying very hard to do multiple stuff. We had a collaboration with, thanks to again the 74 batch, IIT Chicago, where there's a memorandum signed, exchange of faculty, exchange of research, multiple things. Correct, Raj? So, and they're going to support us through sponsorship and research initiatives also. Plus, we are talking to the Swinburne University also. We are in the process of signing up with Swinburne University. This also has been initiated by Recal and Shamla, etc. Now, other things we are discussing which not come to fruition was some projects like hostel renovation, etc., which we are discussing. Couple of alumni willing to write big checks for research. Dean Uma and her team are working on it. So now it's getting more formalized, the mechanism to support academically. We're getting more people. She's actually got multiple proposals. Actually, my batch is going back for our 40th reunion in another 10 days. So she's given us ideas for that also. For example, NMR support for the employees of children in the institute is another area which we have supported, basically. Community support for the campus people, basically. In terms of education, some people gave support for the health insurance and for their education of the children. And other things like the science lab, which we did for the students primary and institute, where SAI's batch, the 1990 batch, I'm sure all of you have seen the innovation lab on NIT Trichy. That's the brainchild of the 1990 batch when Sai was president, I think. So that's something great acceptance. How many people have seen science on campus? It's really fabulous. It's a workshop which is open 24 hours where people can work with their hands. So our three stakeholders, we have supported in multiple ways, whether it's alumni, institute, and students. As far as branding goes, we have done multiple stuff. The NASCOM tie-up, MOU is ready. NASCOM, MOU is ready. NASCOM. Not yet. You're not aware? We have done an MOU with NASCOM, it should be done. Okay. NASCOM. Then, as part of Startup TN, I went to represent NIT Trichy and spoke in a forum for representing NIT Trichy in Startup Tamil Nadu, which was a mega event last year at the Chennai Trade Center. So we have done and of course, we are all, each of us, a brand ambassadors talking about NIT Trichy wherever we go. So for branding, all of us, all of you, all of us are responsible to make NIT brand bigger, etc. A few shots, notes on GAM, for example. GAM has had tremendous response. We are close to 1100 registrations now. Raj, how many? 1080 or 1090? 1100 registrations, so fantastic. In 2 months flat. In exactly the last month itself, we got close to 800 registrations. Correct, Raj? Yeah. So we have a capacity issue. We may, at some point, we have to see how many people we can take in, but response is fantastic. And for GAM, I'm not in a position to reveal who's coming, but it'll be very, very strong, powerful, successful alumni. We would love to listen to and get inspired by, basically. So all of you, make sure you come for GAM. If you're not registered, please register. If we're going to invite the college, ask them to support us, faculty, old directors, all of them, etc. So it's going to be, hopefully, God willing, weather willing, we'll have a big, big, big event, hopefully. And that cannot be done without sponsorship, as the budget will tell you. And we have the head of the sponsorship, Krishna Kumar, here, who's doing sponsorship. The response has been very encouraging. We have 3 or 4 confirmations till now. I don't want to give you numbers till now, but hopefully we should do this to create a surplus for the Alumni Association at the end of it. That is the idea of getting sponsorship, because the membership registration fee will take care of some expenses. The sponsorship should collect, and hopefully create a surplus at the end of GAM. A few words on the foundation. Jerome will, of course, present the financials later. The foundation has continued to do well in terms of, I said, streaming of the reunions has got us increasing. We have had support on the laptops from Philips. Then we had heat exchanger workshops, multiple workshops. We have been working on a few large proposals, but as we get deeper into it, Dean Uma will agree that it takes a lot of time for these industry support in terms of financial support and research support. We're working on 3 or 4 proposals right now, a couple of them very big. It'll take time, but it's working well. Hopefully the next year or the next set of office bearers can take it forward, basically. But there's a lot of action on the corporate support side, industry support side. A couple of people have offered a couple of very big checks, a couple of companies and past alumni also. So it's looking very promising, but the results will show only in the coming year. So overall, it's been a brilliant year in terms of other stuff we did, which was very innovative, was and the foundation was crowdsourcing, for example. We use crowdsourcing to help electric scooters for electric vehicles for 2 physically challenged women alumni, etc. So all in all, it's been a very high energy year, both at the association and foundation. Foundation, more can be done, but it'll happen as we go along. A few words on our CEO, Shamla. I think she did a terrific job. She's done a fantastic job in getting energy into the association, putting together a lot of activities, putting together initiatives like the newsletter, etc., and starting the GAM preparations, tying with the event management agency, etc. She's done a wonderful job. What we did with her was, we had a review with her at the end of 12 months, as we thought we should and as we did. At that point, me and Sai met her, and she said that doing 2 roles looks very, very difficult. Both the association side, where there's so many activities going on, GAM happening, and spending time on preparing proposals and etc. for the foundation. And she was overwhelmed, but she was very gracious. She said, then we offered to her saying, she was actually wanted to say that she wanted to move on, basically. At that point, we took a call that we request her to stay till GAM and stay until January 31st, till GAM gets over. She's agreed to stay and run the GAM to us. We have revised our package. You'll be aware in the financials what we do. A consideration which is much less than what we are paying her for the foundation. We stopped paying her from the foundation starting August 1st. So after 1 year, we stopped paying from the foundation. We pay only from the association for her. And I think her value in terms of putting together GAM will be tremendous. I would like to acknowledge her efforts and thank her for what she's done. I think she's done a wonderful job, I think. We will miss her presence. In the same context, we had to get real. and said, if it's not working for her and she's not able to put energy into both, we should let her move on. At the same time, we are looking to hire a new general manager, hopefully this time based in Trichy, depending on the kind of profiles we get. On the compensation bit, we will be reasonable. We'll play it as it comes, depending on the profile. We're hoping to hire a new general manager. Once we get done this AGM and get the necessary approvals, we'll start the process immediately to hire. We'll do whatever is required and process followed to get the new general manager. Hopefully that person, it could come on board in the next couple of months just before GAM or something, depending on how it goes. We'll see, we'll take it from there. But all I reiterate is our terms get over now. That this set of office bearers, but the next office bearers, we should make sure they have somebody whom they can lean on for the range and breadth and depth of activities, basically. Okay, they need a person, maybe more than one person. There's one Recal manager right now who's very good, but she's there. So, but we need one or two more people also. Ganesh actually is trying his hard, but his health is not great. Poor guy. We don't want to push him. He should come back into action by the end of this month. Hopefully, he'll be fully fit. But Recal, for this range of activities and the kind of interaction and regulatory compliance, we need people to run this if you want to run this. As we will mention in the financial show, the college is from last year supporting us better for the activities. They want to invest in us to do more with the college. What they pay us is for investment back to reinvest in it. So I want to mention that we're going to look for a general manager that will come up in the approvals. So we need to do that. I would like to sign off by saying that I think we have done, times were challenging, times were tough, but I think as far as the alumni went, hopefully we have created an impact for them and created opportunities for all of us. As far as students goes, hopefully we have been morally supportive of them and supportive of them in multiple ways so that their lives on campus better, the opportunities going forward is better, and they will be very, very eager to give back as to Recal when they become alumni. And finally, the institute, I think we are very lucky to have a director and deans who've been supportive of us. There are many opportunities to do many things with the institute. I think both of us have to move a little closer, a little faster, and we'll do a lot more together. Thank you. All of you will make Recal bigger and better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I cannot say.
Your dedication speaks a lot for itself, sir.
Recal makes me breathless.
It is indeed a thankless job, and just want to mention number of visits by a president to campus, over 50 plus visits in your tenure. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on, we have the presentation of the annual report by me. So starting with presentation. My presentation is going to be brief about the alumni activities, the student and institute activities which we have been doing, which sir has highlighted. The reunion of batch of 1974, the Golden Jubilee reunion, was a very structured reunion. We introduced systematic wish lists this time. It happened in January, and it's one of the largest donor to the foundation. About 1 crore 20 lakhs they have donated over 5 years. Moving on, we had the reunion of batch of 1983 for the 40-year reunion. They collected a sum of about 61 lakhs in a time of 6 months. This time with reunions, we have also having student volunteers who are actively engaging, whether it be the campus tours or the music activities. So we are making reunions different. And we had one of the most number of alumni attending in the batch of 1998 with over 250 alumni attending. They are Silver Jubilee reunion, and they donated about 43 lakh rupees. And we had the reunion of batch of 1981 in Ooty for the completion of 42 years, and they donated a sum of 2.5 lakhs from the reunion surplus. We also had a part-time batch of 2004 visiting us last year in October, and they donated a sum of 1.5 lakh rupees. So what we want to highlight is more batches have been participating for the reunions, and the donations are significantly increasing. So we have chapters. So what we did was we merged the Kochi and Trivandrum chapter, and we had a Kerala chapter formed. with its reunion of about 70 plus members last year. We had a UAE chapter where the new office bearers took charge and over 40 plus people attended. We had about 30 people attending the UK chapter meet. And Bangalore, this is a chapter worth mentioning in terms of the sheer volume of alumni. We have one of the largest WhatsApp groups, over 1,000 plus alumni in Bangalore chapter. We appointed the new office bearers who took charge and had a lot of activities which is going on. Delhi chapter had two meets, and Mumbai, we had an event last August, and it was a highly energetic event with over 100 people attending. And we had few neat notable speakers like Mr. TV Narendran, Mr. Krishna Kumar, and Mr. Sanjay, to name a few. Of course, our president, Mali. So we formed the office bearers, a new team for the Trichy chapter. And of course, we have the president, Mr. Ravindran here. Thank you for coming, sir. And their chapter had over 50 plus people attending. Oh, wonderful. You also have Mr. Bhaskar, sir. Our next plans, we want to do more activities with the Hyderabad and Chennai chapter. And we're also looking forward to start virtual chapters like in Netherlands. One of the recent MBA reunion was a highly packed event with a lot of energy, which led to a couple of sponsors potentially for GAM and many volunteers joining us. So one thing I would like to highlight is all the reunions are leading to increased networking. More number of people join the WhatsApp groups after the reunions, and it's truly making the brand NIT and RAC bigger. So going on to scholarships, this is a slide I want to begin by thanking all of you and all the batches. So far, we have been able to distribute close to 2 crores rupees. 2 crores, my friends. About a sum of 1 crore 93 lakhs 48,490 rupees, benefiting over 680 students. Last year, we were able to impact the lives through scholarships of 114 students with a sum of over 38 lakh rupees. And to give a brief of how scholarship is functioning, reunions or different batches donate, and that amount is deposited as a fixed deposit, and the amount from that is used to give scholarship. And I want to speak of the alumni engagement with students. We had a program supported by 1974 batch and coordinated with Drs. Ram and Taila Ramanujam Foundation. We were able to support over 10 research projects and scholarships worth 6 lakhs. And next we have a project that our alumni are actively involved with our students. There's Mr. Richard Seker, a distinguished alumni awardee, who's been closely working with students to implement a project where giving instant water supply to villages at a cost of mere 5,000. And it's led by student members and supported by the alumni. And we also had a couple of series of webinars or GAMcast series in association with GAM. We had 3 so far with Mr. Kannan Srinivasan of batch of 1988, along with Ms. Madhavi Ravanan. Another with Mr. Sendil Kumar of batch of 1985 with Mr. Ram Prasad of batch of 90. And our very own Dr. Ponni Consiso with Mr. Ram Prasad of batch of 90. And we also had a budget, demystifying budget series by our Mr. Krishna Kumar of batch of 1988. So through these alumni engagement webinars, we've been able to disseminate more knowledge and get more alumni together for sharing of information as well. This is going on to the special interest groups. This year, like in every other year, we have been trying to scale our activities. So something we did was having newsletter. This was something which used to exist, and we've just relaunched it, and the version has been published this April. It has been truly owned by the alumni group and instituted through Recal. We have a fitness group through which we conducted the Republic Day run in Bangalore and Chennai with over 65 plus attendees. And insurance, this has been a long pending discussion. So we floated a Google link and saw how many people were interested. About 250 plus alumni were interested, and we were able to identify different vendors and compare how it's going through. And we have made an assessment, and the other works are going through. You can expect to hear from us soon. And another notable work is formation of an SOP committee. Uh, so we are a team of volunteers have been actively involved in forming an SOP committee, and they have made a bit of drafts and revisions are going through, and we'll hear from them soon. Recal has also been instrumental in coordinating and collaborating with other agencies for the institute. One such example is through the support of Guidance Tamil Nadu, where our alumnus, Mr. Vishnu Venugopalan of batch of 2009 heads it. We collaborated with the Australian Swinburne University. Also, we were able to share 12 high placement opportunities at UPS with our alma mater. So batch of 1974, again, was instrumental in signing an MOU with the Illinois Institute of Technology. It's first of its kind academic alliance in India, as a part of which students are able to do their summer exchange. Faculties are also able to go. I believe 2 faculties are going there this October. And also they are having an MTech degree, which is one of its kind in the joint program, one of its kind. We're also looking at reviving of hostels through a public-private partnership with the help and leadership of Mr. Prakash of batch of 1995, who has been coordinating with the institute, and other talks are going through. So this is what I was telling, that which is sponsored by the batch of 1974 with Drs. Ram and Thaila Ramanujan Foundation. An MOU has been signed, the joint MTech degree, the summer student exchange, which is happening, and a notable thing that 2 deans from NIT will be spending a month in October this year. And moving on brand building, our president, Mr. Mahalingam, was at the Global Investors Meet this year at Tamil Nadu, and he helped alumni connect with the startup community of Tamil Nadu. We also signed an MOU with NASCOM, through which our students can upskill themselves through online courses. So overall, all these are leading to enhanced reputation for Recal and more alumni engagement, leading to more funding opportunities to the institute, as well as increasing visibility for Recal. So we also have our alumni coming forward to the institute, not just on batch reunions, but as for institute events as well. We have a very young founders of Bharat X who visited the institute for the freshers orientation from the batch of 2022. And we had a renowned speaker, Mr. Anand Kumar of batch of 1997, and our very own Mr. Jawahar IPS, Superintendent of Police of Erode, addressing the students. We were able to, with the help of our secretariat, connect the Festember team with the Japanese consulate, and we brought the consular general to our college. And we were able to arrange a renowned pianist, Mr. Anil Srinivasan, for this Festember. We were also able to invite Mr. Rangarajan, general manager of BPCL of batch of 1999, to come to Pragya. So this is what Mahalingam sir was saying. On the institute day, like every other years, we were able to be instrumental in awarding and facilitating the rank holders as well as the best outgoing student. This is a link. The slides, which when circulated later, is a short interaction between 2 awardees. And the batch of 1980 has a sum which is part aside for inviting Nobel laureates to the college. And this year, it was being helpful to invite one Mr. Dr. Richard Roberts, a Nobel laureate in medicine. It's a notable activity. So we were also able to conduct video interviews for the distinguished alumni awardees and young alumni awardees, and Recal honored them. There is a video for that as well. Moving on, there was a heat exchange workshop. like how we were able to invite the Nobel laureate this year, there were funds parked aside, which our secretariat was able to enable to invite Mr. Vijay Chakravarti to conduct a 3-day workshop for our students, which is again sponsored by the batch of 1980. IoT lab. So what happened with IoT lab this year was it was moved to Scient, and activities have been trying to scale up. So this highlights various collaboration in which alumni are coming forward to support Recal and NITT, and how we are better able to channelize our members. So moving on, I request Mr. Raja Ranganathan, President of NIT Trichy USA chapter, to present and address the gathering, who is available in Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Mohan Raj. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, great. Okay, good morning, everyone. The AGM team, the office bearers, the dean of the institute, and the director, and my alumni network. I would like to take a few minutes just to give you an update.
You are not audible.
I'm not audible? Okay. Am I audible now? Maybe I think.
Mute, please.
No, I'm not on mute. I think you guys should.
Volume.
Raja sir, we're not able to hear you.
No, I am audible. I am audible, guys. I think you guys have a.
Connection. Volume.
In Zoom, it is okay, guys. I think in the Zoom. You guys have to take the microphone close to the mic. Raj. I'm not in mute. No. Wait, ask them to take the microphone, mic to the where it is streamed, the Zoom. That's what they need to do. Yeah. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Somebody can go online and check it.
Hello? Mali, are you able to hear me?
We are able to hear you on Zoom.
Finish postal and go to Raja.
Zoom ல கேக்குது. In this it's coming up. So our Raja, can you speak up?
The mic here at least.
Hello.
And give a mic, please.
Are you able to hear
Yeah.
me? Hello.
In Zoom we can hear you, but problem with the main speakers.
Okay.
Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical glitch.
Put the phone near the phone. Finish postal now.
So due to some technical issues, we'll be coming back to this. I now request Mr. Kosal Raman, Recal EC member and digital portal admin volunteer, to talk about the portal.
It's your choice. You know. Very good morning. Hope all of you can hear me. Good. So is my slides on? Please turn it on. Again, let me introduce myself. I am Agirate Kosal Raman, batch of 1995 or 96, you can say. So everybody thinks I'm 1 year back. No, it's not. It's 1996. I am past vice president and now digital portal admin volunteer. Okay, so I got some 10 slides. So I'll take 10 minutes of your time. I'll quickly go over and explain to you what we are doing on the in the portal. 2 AGMs ago, Raj sir and Krishna Sai came to me and said, hey, why don't you take care and help us out on the portal? Okay, so this was 2 AGMs ago in 2022 in Chennai. I'm going to show you it's about 18 months of work that we have done. And I'm sure there's a lot of activities, in social media, there's a lot of buzz, that we have created, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get started. Can we show the first slide? Do we have a slide mover here? All right, here. Okay, good. So this is our portal link, nittrichyalumni.org. May I know the raise of hands, how many of you have registered here? Thank you. That's very good. So whoever has not registered, please go ahead and register. The total we have, the database that we have is about 24,212 that you see. And the profile has been updated last year. It's almost about 8,000 plus. And we still have more database to look at. And so here is, so we are looking at the alumni outreach program. This is like, you're going to a blue ocean, trying to catch fish with one fishing rod. Okay, that's the example, because that's the toughest job. And that's really a tough job, and we are trying to get as much as alumni as possible, trying to get their database and funnel them into our portal so that we can do a lot of meaningful work. Okay. And right now, as you can see the slide, there are a total of, totally, we have about, in August of 2023, we have about 17,000 plus alumni who registered on the portal. And now we have, on the database, and now we have almost a database of 24,000 alumni that we have right now. So there is a breakup that we have given, and it's very promising, and we are still working on that, and more to come. And so in the social media outreach, till date, we have about 75 plus postings that we have done. So I'm sure a lot of you are getting postings from us. And that is work done by a very small team. We have a group of volunteers also. The team is basically including the CEO. We have about 3 people, plus the volunteers, a few of us. And till date, we have about, from the LinkedIn followers, we have about 3,300. And now we have raised it up to 5,510. In comparison to the institute has about 45,000 plus followers on the LinkedIn. So you can imagine how much of work we still have to do. So, which is amazing. And it was the director, she was very helpful. Director madam was very helpful and kind enough to helping us out and, connecting with the institute also. So we are piggybacking with them also. So that is giving us a lot of uplift to our cause in trying to reach out to more alumni. So looking at the impressions, if you look at it, we have about 2 lakhs or 3 lakh plus impressions, unique views of about 58-60,000 of them. And there's a lot of power of alumni series that we are doing, that some of them have been shown as Gamcast here, and we have done in a different format. And various other activities, fitness group, Recal portal, projects. There are so many of them that's been handled through this social outreach program, actually. So many of you might be trying to figure out, what is this social media outreach is all about. So it broadly comes under these programs. This is the AOP, stands for Alumni Outreach Program. And it talks about social media. We reach out through social media initiatives, marketing initiatives. We use email marketing. We also have a batch ambassador program. We also have special interest groups where the sports come into play or the fitness comes into play. And we also have this virtual alumni reunion, which our secretary kindly mentioned to us a few minutes ago. So these are the various activities, through which we try to reach out to the alumni, actually. Again, social media outreach, there are various ways, each week we plan. So, it's not as simple as that. So we just plan for every week. the discovery phase, the email marketing, as you see, there is so much activities that we do that actually. Here is a sample of what all we do and how we do. So this is just to showcase to you the work that we are doing behind the scenes actually. Again, if you take a snapshot of today's portal, on the left side, this is, of course, this is me. I'm as an admin, I get to see this screen actually. So there are 24,254 in the database. These are raw data. These are a lot of information that we have, out of which 13,594 have registered. Okay. So this roughly translates to about, 75 rupees per alumni acquisition cost. And that's pretty much it. Okay. And this, the reason I'm telling you this is, I'm going to show you this slide right here. Okay. This is a social media outreach, for example, using, we have almost done 78 programs, actually 78 postings. Okay. So if you look at it, the first one, NIR of ranking, this is one post. Okay. So the reason I'm showing you this is, if you go back here, there are 78 posts we have done till date in the last 18 months. Okay. And each post, one single social media post takes about 5 to 10 hours, each worth of your combined efforts of all the team together. So it'll be the volunteers like me. There are also a group of volunteers. There are like 3 secretariat people. We also work with an external agent or external vendor named Wow, okay, with whom we combine those efforts and do this actually. So every time we spend so much of hours behind the scene, this is before and this is after. I'm showing this data just to show you on what analysis, once we post it, how much of work we do behind the scenes also to make sure whether this post is correct or not, and whether it's reaching the number of alumni out there actually, okay? So again, here are some of the samples I'm showing you. And here is a monthly statistics that we look at actually, how much of posting we have done, how much are there, what are the suggestions. Sometimes we also get suggestions from some of the alumni, which is very valid suggestions actually. So in terms of starting the national chapters and overseas chapters and all those, and these are good suggestions. If you look at the last line, special interest group, some of them, a lot of us play a lot of, we are good at singing, we are good at, playing music. We can connect with the entire world with this special interest group right here. You can bring in more alumni inside. Just an example for you, actually. Again, this is my last slide. If you can look at the slide, if you look at the green line, at the end of the green line, at the end, you see 50,311. So imagine the power of that, actually, 50,311. If we could bring them all into this portal, amazing work, we could do with that. So with that, I think, what I wanted to request is, I would request the audience and fellow alumni members to extend the support to continue on this portal initiatives so that we can get all this 50,000 alumni back into the fold, actually. And also I request more volunteers. I've been doing this for the last 2 years. If anybody could volunteer and help us out, we would do a much better job, maybe, better than me. And with that, I end my presentation right here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Kausal, sir. We can truly see the power of our alumni with the maximum number of registrations which we try to achieve. And thank you so much for your efforts. And we'll try to reach and re-invite Mr. Raja Ranganathan, if he may be able to hear us. Raja, sir? on
You
to
hear
you.
me? You hear me? Mohanraj?
We can hear you, sir. Welcome.
Okay, great. Okay, this time I think it worked. Thank you, guys. Dear office bearers of Recal, Dean Omar, and the director, and the past president Krishna Sai, and my friends, a warm welcome. I'm Raja Ranganathan. I'm the president of NIT Trichy USA Alumni Chapter. I'm based in the Bay Area of San Francisco. I would like to give a few updates on what's going on in this part of the continent from an alumni perspective. So I want to break it up into 3 categories: chapter, contribution, and the networking. From a chapter perspective, yes, we successfully filed our taxes for financial year 2023, and we continue to do banking. Our bankers are Bank of America at this point of time, but we plan to, change it to Wells Fargo because there are a lot of security issues out there in Bank of America. I want to take a big bet on that, with Wells Fargo. So coming back to contribution, I think in when Mali spoke, in his opening note, I think there's a lot of buzz and a lot of our alumni network wants to come and just contribute back to the alma mater for various causes. So keeping this in consideration, I think people are ready to cut big checks, right? But any money that we collect, we also need to spend it very carefully because if you look at as of now, many people have contributed towards setting up semiconductor labs and IoT labs and so on and so forth, right? So there is a lot of excitement, enthusiasm, but at the same time, when we collect the money, we also need to ensure that what are the projects that we take the money on for the causes, we got to complete it. So with that as a backdrop, I think in Jan 2020, I think when Krishna Sai was the president, we did a lot of sponsorship and a lot of alumni came forward to for different types of causes and they pledged. The good news is we have collected most of the money from them because there was a pause in between due to COVID. We didn't chase on those people, but I think today all the money has come to us, in full form. Um, FCRA, right? Because of the FCRA, I was not able to. I mean, when I say the US chapter was not able to transfer any money. Now, with all the great work put together by the Recal leadership team, and we have successfully transferred close to 324,000, 400 odd US dollars, translating at a 82 rupees for FX conversion. 2.65 crores have been transferred in the past 60 days. This is the money has been transferred to the Delhi account. From Delhi account, I think it will be moved to our Trichy account, which Jerome will update later. One point which I would like to highlight, I think this is for all the executive committee members and also the professors who are working on the different initiatives from where the money is given for different causes is we need to clearly define, I mean, whatever the criteria. I mean, this is more applicable from a US compliance perspective. Whatever that money that is given for a particular cause, I think we got to spend for that particular cause. We cannot deviate it because when I file the tax and when I report, I have to ensure that yes, first of all, because I can't spend any money for religious and political purpose, but the cost needs to be clearly, I mean, the money needs to be used clearly for the causes. So that I would like to highlight it. So there are certain scholarships, I think, instituted by the individuals in their family name and trust. We got to ensure that when we give those scholarships, we want that person to be part of the selection committee. Moving on to the I think Illinois Ram Ramanujam batch of 1974. I think it was mentioned a couple of times. I think I think he's doing a great job and he's contributing close to $125,000 for the next 10 years in terms of scholarships. And he was the person instrumental in the Illinois Tech Alliance, I think, which Mohan Raj also, I think, read it. I think a lot of student exchange, students are going to Illinois Tech, some few professors are going, and also we are creating a new data science courses. A lot of things are happening on that front. Excuse me. Then in terms of reunion fund collection, this year, the big fund, I think we collected from 1998 batch, close to $22,000. I think that's a big money. That also, I think, we transferred as part of the amount that I mentioned earlier to India account. Coming back to networking, I think collaboration, I think, this is always good. Of course, WhatsApp, everybody is collaborating. In addition to that, I think recently, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, CM Stalin, I mean, was here in San Francisco 2 weeks back. So we were also invited as part of from NIT Alumni Association. So I think we showed our strength in numbers to the best example. Ram Ramanujam was there, Shiv Shivaram, President CEO of Western Digital. We were all together. It was a great, it is part of the Tamil Nadu Investor Conclave. A lot of investments, I think, it's getting pumped directly or indirectly to the state of Tamil Nadu, especially between cities like Coimbatore, Trichy, Madurai, and Chennai. We were there, and I think Vishnu was also there. Dr. T.R.P. Raja, Industries Minister, was there. It was a great collaboration. I think few of our alumni are talking to the Guidance Tamil Nadu to ensure that some investments will come into the state of TN. There was also a proclamation read by my district congressman Ro Khanna couldn't come, so on behalf of the Ajay Bhutoria, for alumni, he is a democratic representative, so he handed the proclamation to our CM Stalin. I'm also seeing a lot of increased what do you say, participation on the Rockport ventures. I think I will talk about it. SIR Center or someone will talk. But we are seeing a lot of what do you say, enthusiasm there also. There are more and more people within the US footprint. They wanted to be part of the Rockport ventures. A lot of regional meets and chapter meets are happening across Chicago and Houston. We are also planning for a big one prior to, I would say, like, curtain riser to GAN, which I think I'm coordinating with Mali sometime, post the Dasara holidays. That will be in the US. Maybe we wanted to do it in a couple of cities. It's something like a pre-GAM 2025 curtain riser. So overall, I think the progress is good. A lot of enthusiasm, and in addition to that, I think we are also helping our students. I mean, it's not just only collecting money and just doing it for the causes. There are a lot of students coming for higher studies. I think the Recal across the West Coast and the East Coast and the Midwest, people are helping our alumni. I mean, our students who are coming for higher studies, either in terms of internships or in terms of jobs. I think what they have done. That is also, I think, in continuing our good cause to our alma mater. So with that said, I think that's my end of my update. So any questions, I'm happy to take it towards the end, and I will hand over the thing to Mohan Raj.
Just a word of appreciation for Raja Ranganathan. He's a one-man army in the US, setting up this not-for-profit, which matching grants, etc., which has enabled a lot of our alumni to contribute. For example, during COVID, I think Raja raised around $150,000 or more, actually, correct? So when we want something, just call Raja and we get it done. Thanks, Raja, for doing all this all alone. So we have a team here, you're all by yourself and your friends, great. When I'd gone for the last event there, he had got one of his classmates and his son to fix the electricals at the event that day. That's how much Raja. Also hands on Raja. Thanks, Raja. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. And with the committee's permission, I may need to drop out. It's already midnight. If you don't mind, I will drop off.
Thank you, Raja sir. You have been a single-man army supporting the Recall USA chapter. We can see the time being 10 past 12, and that shows your commitment. Thank you. Moving on, we request Recall past president, Mr. Krishna Sai, to speak about Scient.
Thank you, Mohan. I'll be quite brief about this. So this was started about 10 years ago, Scient, Student Center for Innovation in Engineering and Technology, by the 1990 batch when we met for our 25th reunion. It's going to be 10 years next year, so we'll be celebrating our 10th anniversary next year. So every year we have a set of students who run this lab. It's a 24/7 lab, which the students can access. And we have put in equipment worth around 45 lakhs as of now into the lab, which the students are free to use. So walk in with an idea and go out with a prototype is the concept of this lab. And of late, we have also collaborated with Recal to improve a lot of facilities there. And the institute has been kind enough, Dr. Akila has given us extra space and they are constructing another 5,000 square feet annexure to the existing facility. So I thank the institute for providing that. And so we almost had close to 5,600 students who have come into the lab over the last 9 years, who have used the facilities for enhancing their project or an idea. So we are thankful to Recal for the continuous support is being provided to this. And now we would like to kind of annex it with Recal's activities year on year so that it grows into a much larger organization and students benefit a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for being a pillar of support to Recall. Now we call upon Mr. Sendil Nathan, Chairman of Rockport Ventures Club, to talk about it.
Vanakkam. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah. So this RVC is just I took in charge, 2.5 months before. This is the Rockford Venture Club where it supports NIT entrepreneurs and NIT alumni. So it's been a lot of engineering is done. So I'm trying to do little architecture in that. So try to bring a structure to that place. So we'll start having a little foundation for the further growth. So last 2 months, we've been trying to connect the people and make a team. There are some 10 variations of the team is being done, and we are trying to move to the next initiatives, try to create at least yearly 50 plus grants for the students, which is like 50K to 1 lakh for projects, whatever they like to, or whatever we call for the innovations. So we'll do that. And also trying to support our startups funding through RBC up to 50 lakhs with a kind of either all the alumni or the individuals or equity or debt funding models. We are working on that also. And also trying to collaborate with all the VC house and the incubators of collaborations, and also trying to create a global chapters for RBC across the India's major cities, plus UK and US and Singapore also. So we are finding a lot of volunteers who are trying to take these initiatives and set up with RBC chapters there. And good that there is a GAM coming up, so we are trying to increase the membership more. Right now we have just 100 plus and trying to reach at least the 500 plus or reach at least 1,000 the next year. And the plan of action is now trying to increase more publicity about the RBC, what we are going to do, and create more events through all the chapter, Recal chapters as parallel, and also collaboration with whatever already existing campus initiatives like SED and Step and Entrepreneur Cell, everything. And trying to create a restructuring the RBC as such as an individual independent fund house where RBC can support all our entrepreneurs at the range of 50 lakhs to 3 crores from now onwards. So that should be the next year. I'm hopeful next AGM I should be able to present at least 10 to 20 entrepreneurs are supported through the RBC. Thank you.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Thank you, Sindhu sir. It's a proud moment to have our very own VC, and you have been taking care of it. Thank you, sir. Now I invite upon Dr. Jerome, the Recal Treasurer, to present the Treasurer's report. Thank you.
Good afternoon, present here. I'm Dr. Jerome. I did my master's in welding technology, welding engineering in the year of 2004. So currently I'm the associate professor in the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, NIT Trichy. And I took a fresher post in the year of 2022.
Thank you.
So I'm going to present my presentation. I'm going to show you four parts. First, about the association details. Second, about the foundation. Third, about our FCRA details. And fourth is about our GAM budget. So this is my content. So already we are given the handbooks of audited report of our association and as well as the foundation. There is a slight variation will come. What I'm going to present is about the particular year transaction. So about bank transaction alone. Audited statement will consider the liabilities and other things. So there will be slight changes will be there. Okay. So prior to that, some of the for the members for understanding purpose, recall we have two fundings. One about the association, another is a foundation. Association actually we run from the students alumni membership fee. So every year students pay fee to the institute. Institute transfer fund to the recall. So from that fund we run the association. Second is about the foundation. Foundation is funding from the alumni. So alumni contributions we manage. That is actually it's a trust. It's a trust. And we have ATG certificate, and we get the tax exemption for the donations. For association this year, I like to thank the director to kind enough to increase the subscription fee from 1,000 rupees to 2,000 rupees. So that is why the subscription fee increased to 44 lakhs. So we received from last year onwards 44 lakh 0.54 as our subscription fee. Then previous year it was around 22 lakhs. So last year actually they transferred both years subscription fee. That is why the total subscription we received around 66 lakhs. And we over the period we created some corpus. So from the corpus we received around 10 lakhs as FD interest. That is also we consider for the income. So these two are our major income. And this particular year we moved it was a long pending issue, long pending request from the donors. Then we moved our FDs from SBI to HDFC. The HDFC offered good interest rate was higher. So SBI gave only a 5 point something, and we moved to HDFC. They are offering around 7.25% of interest. So we moved FDs from SBI to HDFC, and some of the residues we utilized for our this year funding. So overall, this year total income around 4 lakhs. But for the expenses concerned, so the percentage I given some percentage. This percentage I have calculated based upon the 55 lakhs calculation. That is our subscription fee plus our interest. So that only I consider for our expenses distribution. So as per our resolution, 25% of the subscription fee we have to keep it as savings, and remaining 75 we will utilize for our expenses. This was ideal cases, and the last 2 years because of COVID. After COVID, we Recal actually stepped in to help student related activities, especially for custom work, gear and all. They lost the connectivity. because 3 years they did not conduct any events. And the present batch, that particular batch student, they don't know how to conduct the event, how to mobilize a fund. They miss some connectivity. So they are unable to collect the required funds. So they approached Recal, and Recal actually decided to give back at least 25% of our collections can return back to the students community. So based on that, some of our expenses actually have increased. So the total budget, we divided into 4 major headings. One is about alumni related activities. Second, about the student and in-student related activities. Third, salary and the office related expenses. And fourth is the savings. So these 4 headings only, our income actually we are spending. Yes. For alumni related activities, so this fund will be used for reunion meetings, and we maintain portal, and we also maintain some apps, and we have a Zoom subscription, Dropbox subscriptions, and this AGM meeting expenses, all are actually managed this particular fund. So it consumed around 8 lakhs. Regarding student-related activities, you recall, because you know that the institute have a lot of clubs, but we decided to give funding only for the major activities. So first number, Pragya Net First, plus Sports Meet. The Nostalgia is like it's a welcome event for the outgoing students. So Nostalgia, plus Institute Day Medal, it is a whole event only. And for these activities, we actually give 2 lakhs for each for the first number, Pragya Net First, and Sports Feet we allocated 1.5 lakhs. And what had happened last year, both the events we came in the same year. So we sponsor around 4 lakhs for Pragya Net First. So that took around 15 lakhs. Then third head is salary. So last year we appointed a CEO. So CEO salary, manager, and assistant manager. We have 3 staff. So for that, this much expenses incurred, and again the travel expenses for CEO and other events like a Recall. Recall used to conduct Recall run, Kodai camp, and all. For that, we sponsor for the staffs to attend the events. So for that expenses incurred was around 20 lakhs. And fourth heading was savings and others, but this year we could not make any much savings. And we paid auditor fee, income tax, so other stuffs it consumed around 18 lakhs. So last year we gave an advance of 9 lakhs to the GAP. So put together, the expenses was around 62 lakhs, and total balance, closing balance around 42 lakhs. So if I minus the FD value, so it was around SBI account only we operate all our transaction. So our closing balance of the March 31st was 31,53,803. This is our association related activities.
Advance return, mention that.
Right. Shall I move on to the next one?
And then will be recovered from the GAN collection.
Yes, sir. Yeah, already informed, sir. I already informed, sir.
Format itself, for example.
And we finish all these, sir. We finish the foundation so that we can ask
Yeah.
together.
Thank you.
And the budget so that we can ask everything together, sir.
And next I move to the foundation. So last year, the foundation, these are the contributions received from the various batches, and 81 they gave 2.5 lakhs. 80, I'm presenting only the Indian contribution only, so I don't present the foreign contribution. So only Indian contributions. So 1983 contribution around 42 lakhs, 1993 1 lakh, 97 30,000, 98 23 lakhs 85,000 part time, and 74 batch 13 lakhs and 90,000. So totally we received around 85 lakhs the reunion. So they all are actually mostly corpus, and 98 batch they allocated money for the projects. And we do a lot of projects. So for the projects, 1971 batch, they offer breakfast to our school children. We have a middle school. So middle school children, the 1971 batch, they are offering a breakfast fund. And for that, they donated around 2.75 lakhs. And last Chennai flood relief fund, one alumni needed some help. For that 62,000 we paid. And we have laptops. The laptops refurbished work. We got a donation from the Bhaktokshalam. And last year, 2 girls, physically challenged students, Recal provided e-vehicles. So, and the various batches, particularly 90 batch, they contributed a lot for the particular project. So 3.27 lakhs. And GAM pledge, earlier GAM pledge, some people actually pledge some amounts. So we received that money. NITT donation, it was initiated by the then chairman, Dr. Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt. So for that, that was actually constituted for to help the temporary employees of the institute. And last year we received a CSR fund from the Philips. So they donated around 1.86 lakhs, and also they offered 100 laptops to the institute, and that laptops were distributed to the various department activities. And I should say special mention about Mr. Prabhukumar sir, our former president of our Recal. He has donated around 8 lakhs last year for this one. And this year, he has contributed around 13 lakhs this year alone. He contributed 13 lakhs for the school infrastructure development. And our Mahalingam sir donated 50,000. It was one event, government sponsored event, USSM, and he donated. And a special mention to our Mr. D.V. Ramanan sir. He was the instrumental person for that particular event. And he did not donate, he has actually gave more than 2 lakhs for that particular event. So he is instrumental for the whole event. It was 5 days event. It was actually student exchange program from 2 states, Tamil Nadu and Bihar. So students from Bihar came here and they spent around 5 days. They visited so many places. For that, we don't have much fund. And thank you, sir. Sir is kind enough to help a lot. And we also receive fund for some scholarships. And our Veeramuthuvel, our Chandrayan director, he actually donated his contribution. We received a fund from the Tamil Nadu government. 1/4 of the fund is donated to the college. And J. Ramakrishnan Memorial Scholarship, 2.4 lakhs. And Mr. Srinathan, 1971, he donated 10 lakhs for his scholarship purpose. So he is donating every year 10 lakhs. So that is a special mention I would like to inform. So in addition to that, we have FD's interest and other incomes. So total inflow is around 1 crore 57 lakhs. That was our foundation inflow. Sorry, sir, that was a different one. Sir, is it visible? Sorry, is it visible? Readable, sorry. These are the various activities we did apart from the various inflow, and these are the our expenses for our foundations. And major expenses scholarships for our foundation. So we pay, I think these details I can share to the groups. Okay, you can view it. I just highlight the major expenses alone last year. Unfortunately, we got a huge penalty for our FCRA. So for that, we paid around 19 lakhs as our FCRA penalty. But with the massive effort of Mr. Mahaling sir, and it was a few efforts, and we got a FCRA renewal. And but pathetic situation is they gave a renewal from the 19 onwards. So that the renewal that account will be closed this September 30th. And hope we have submitted all our documents for the renewal. Hopefully, we may receive the renewal next few months. So, and also I would like to inform you that almost I think whatever the money donated in the US account, Mr. Raja Ranganathan sir transferred to us. It came to our Indian account. And but what happened from NIT? We have two accounts. One is a receiving account, another is utility account. Receiving account is Delhi. We have an account, and utility account is it is in the Trichy, NIT Trichy. But the two SIF numbers are not matching. Now we transfer from Delhi to Trichy, but money has not credited in our account. It is parked in somewhere else. So the money is yet to receive from our side. So once we receive the money, we will inform the donors about the details, how much each batch contributed and details and all. I will inform you once we receive the money. So, another major expenses from scholarships, so we paid around 36 lakhs for the scholarships. And most of the scholarships are actually already people are donated. We have a corpus. From the corpus interest, we pay the scholarships. And that's it. From foundation, we give only scholarships and do some project work. So these details are I can share you afterwards. So this is about the foundation related activities.
On top of the budget now,
Budget shall it is now?
approval of the financial. Get some questions.
No, it's only a clarification.
Yes, sir.
You talked about tasks, receipts for last year, it's 40 some lakhs. So the statement which was issued was
76.
76.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, the 21, 22 to 23 subscription fee, they did not transfer that particular year. They transferred last year only. So 22 lakhs
I'll explain money.
plus 10 lakhs as a corpus. So 66 plus 10 is 76 lakhs. 44 is this year for sir, 44. Previous year for 22 lakhs, 66
We
lakhs.
didn't get, we got it combined together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, staff cost, you showed us 14 lakhs, here it is 15 lakhs. So after you printed this, the gone
Actually, it's no, sir. He consider the amount is going to pay, the taxes and all we paid. So that and all he have considered. Not go down, sir.
My question is, staff cost is estimated as of March as 15 lakhs something. But you showed it as staff cost as 14
Yes,
lakhs.
sir. Actually, for CEO salary, we paid TDS. TDS was not calculated by some bank transaction. But auditor actually, they consider the TDS value. The TDS value around 1 lakh.
Cash flow, giving cash.
So basically, our statement has combined TDS along with liability, whereas we.
You have presented, when you presented the association, you presented in a different format to.
Yes, sir. I already.
You mentioned, I heard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I prepared the document as per the bank statement. So this is what I know, because they prepare the document based on the liabilities, assets, other things. So which I don't have it right now.
Okay, thanks.
Audience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whereas the statement given by auditor is more relevant to the tax group.
Income tax group.
That's, I think we should take it.
Proposal about expense. Venkat second.
Thank you, sir.
Parking expenses.
Yes.
Budget.
Shall I present budget now?
Budget.
Yeah. So this is this year budget, that is 24-25 budget. This budget actually I consider only the 54 lakhs as an income, 44 lakhs from the alumni membership fee, 10 lakhs from the corpus, 54 lakhs. Based on the previous year expenses, I distributed the proportions for the various heads. Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
one clarification. Expenses was immediately January, and we have not created provision for the new general manager to appoint. We have not created provision. here. We have not created provision in this. So as and then we'll circulate the information, get a confirmation.
For alumni related activities, 13.5 lakhs were allotted for the following activities. And student related activities, these are the following activities we are going to sponsor for this year. For that 10.5 lakhs, 10.5 lakhs is allotted. For salary aspect, since CEO is going to leave in the month of Jan, I consider only for 11 lakhs. And the salary part comes to 20.4 lakhs. And other compliances, so 7.5 lakhs is allotted. So total expenses will be around 50.4 lakhs. Our actual income 54 lakhs. So balance will be 3.6 lakhs.
You know, your salary till January 31st.
So this is my budget for the year 2023 to 24-25.
In the proposal and the second term. The KK proposal was second term. Venkatesh, Anantram. KK Anantram.
Okay, so thank you. For this coming Jan, sorry, there is a typographic error. Read it as a 2025, GAM 2025. Which is going to happen in the January 4th of 2025. This is a broad view of our budget. Brand Avatar is our event management company, so we put a contract with them. So around 70 lakhs. Actually, we invited quotation from the various people, and we received quotation from the 3 major event management companies, and finally Brand Avatar, they quoted the least among them, and their services was also satisfactory. And based on that, we put an MOU with Brand Avatar. So they quoted around 70 lakhs. And this year, we are planning to conduct the GAM in the indoor event. Last game was happened in the outdoor, and we had some climatic condition issue, so that we have decided to move to indoor indoor. So we have chosen ITC Grand Chola. So we offer 2 meals. We receive quotations and around 6,000 in the airport. So we are actually, the budget was prepared according to the 1,500 people. So which is around 95 lakhs for food and hall charges. And for 10,000 rupees per kit we are proposing. So for that 15 lakhs, and we are planning to conduct various events, and these are the projected values, and we are planning to move to various chapters and invited for participation and as well as the sponsorship events. And also we are inviting our faculty, retired faculty, and as well as the former directors and principals. For that, we allocated some money for their expenses. So put together, the budget is around that 2 crore 15 lakhs for the GAM budget. And these are the expenses occurred so far. So initially, from the association, we gave 20 lakhs as an advance. It is actually returnable basis. And as on 6/9/2024, we received the registration fees around 38 lakhs. And we paid advances to the brand avatar and ITC. So these are the remaining amount. And we are looking for sponsorship. Yes.
Just to highlight on sponsorship, we're getting good traction. Early, don't want to give a number. We're getting good traction. We are expecting, Raj, we can get another 300 more or 200 more registration, Raj. Raj there. Oh. Aside, how many more registrations?
300 plus around 50 to 300.
Oh, 20.
Currently, we have about 1,100 registrations. We're expecting another 200 to come in the normal process. But we are also talking to the institute to send from each department a few faculty, and also the student club presidents and the student council, along with the dance troupe of the college. We are inviting them. So all that put together, it will be around 1,450 people who will be attending. Yeah. We're also trying to see if we can increase it by moving the food area to another level so that we get more space. We'll have to come back with that later.
Some more ideas on GAM. It's not financial. We are planning, I don't know, early days. I think the program committee headed by Karthik Karnakar is there. We are planning music performance by the various positions of the different batches, starting from the first batch to now. So if any people can give any names, they can sing. We're going to have a basic orchestra. So people can come and sing or play the keyboard or play the thing along with them. The idea is to showcase the talent NIT Trichy produced, rather than get an external troupe, basically. Okay. That is an idea. So if any of you have any ideas, spread the word. Karthik, you want to say a word or something?
Yes. We have one of our party night, the musician with their advance. He's coordinating.
Satish Chakrabarti.
Yeah. Satish Chakravarti, he is coordinating the music program. There will be a regular orchestra, but there will also be alumni, guest musicians, singers who can be part of that. Other than that, we have a series of programs, entrepreneurial related. I'll probably talk to Sendil also on that. And so the morning sessions and the afternoon sessions will have breakout, different special interest groups, and some entertainment events along with in the evening. So,
Mr. Kumar, you want to say something on sponsorship? Appeal for sponsorship?
Yeah. Hi. So Mali passed on a tough job on the sponsorships. Yeah. No, I said Mali passed on the tougher job of sponsorships on to me, but I'm well supported by all the members who have volunteered to help sponsorships. We have various categories of 50 lakhs for a title sponsor, 25 lakhs for powered by sponsors, and 15 and 5 lakhs. These are typically for external sponsors, and any of you can connect us to large corporates and well-meaning people will be happy to kind of take in sponsorships. There are a lot of benefits which come with every package in the descending order of the sponsorship amount. We have plans for having a lot of stalls there and interaction and networking for the sponsors also during the course of the day. And we will also have our own NITT entrepreneurs, like many of you, to come and participate in being in the stalls, putting up stalls, sponsoring the events. And there are special rates that the NITT people also get. Yeah. Of course, we won't tell this to the external sponsors, but definitely our own alumni will have a good opportunity to get some benefits at a lower sponsorship fee. So request all of you to communicate in your own batches and help us surpass this 2 to 3 crores that the budget was, and hopefully leave more kitty for the next for the team which will take over. Yeah, thank you.
Just KK doesn't want to disclose. He's got a couple of good commitments already. We're waiting for the checks to come in. And more importantly, I think it's a fantastic opportunity for sponsors because 1,500 people and some very great speakers. It will be a great event to showcase their products or services. So please give us references, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so next I like to show the FCRA details. FCRA because it was a very a long journey. We started from 19 onwards. We are tracking our renewal process, and finally we got it in the last July. And I have to thank the Mr. Raja Ranganathan sir. He is maintaining all funds for all the 5 years. It's really a tough job. So I should say big thanks to sir. And finally, we have transferred almost all fund. I just share the bank statement itself. So we received around 2 crores, 42 lakhs received from the foreign fund. Thanks to all the donors for donors. That's it about.
I would like to personally thank Sai and Jerome, who came all the way to Delhi to make this happen. It was quite an experience.
We were just accompanying our president. He had all the right connections. So we just went there and supported him and he did all the work. So thanks, Malik.
Actually, they don't encourage to meet in person. Actually, FCRA is one of the toughest organization, and they don't encourage any people to meet them in person. And with the help of Mali sir, we were able to meet the people. But the biggest luck was that officer is also a NIT alumnus. Not
Allahabad.
Not our NIT Trichy alumnus. He is NIT Allahabad alumnus, but he worked in Chennai. He worked in Chennai. So after knowing that we are coming from NIT, he was so happy, and that mood has completely changed. After within a week, we got the approval. So now he got the image that we have registered. Our name is registered in his mind. Hopefully, we'll get
hopefully, fingers crossed. But one thing he said which was very redeeming. I think he mentioned to a few people. He said, apart from that, you come through a good reference. I'm sure NIT Trichy people will not make any mistake or do any wrong. So that helped us a lot in.
Thanks to Ms. Vinny Mahanjan, madam.
Vinny Mahanjan.
Yes, thanks. So at this juncture, I would like to thank a few people. First of all, I thank my president, Mr. Mahaling sir, and past president Sai sir for wonderful cooperation throughout my journey, and also all office bearers and trust members for the fullest support. I should thank the CEO. She executed all the projects in a faster manner. I thank the Ganesh and Shilpa, and special thanks to Mrs. Vani. She compiled all the documents what I presented today. Thank you so much.
Want to make I thought I should say it now, we're discussing it. The term of this office bearers gets over March 31st, 2024. So, 25, sorry, 25. Hopefully, by the first or second week of April, we'll try and get the financials ready so that the new set of office bearers can have a full year going ahead. We'll try and get the financials ready by March 15th itself. Jerome, sir, we'll try and get it ready. Financial statements for next year. I said this set of office bearers get over. Jerome sir can continue for 2 more years actually. So just giving you a heads up that we might have an AGM to elect the new set of office bearers after GAM, basically, because as per the earlier resolution, the term gets over on March 31st, 2025. Term of these set of office bearers. So let's be ready for that. It'll be within 6 months almost. Just want to make sure that we get people to come for these posts. We have to continue this journey in a stronger way. Okay, yeah. Come on, madam. Not forward, more. Approving signatories of it. Present approval signatories.
Thank you, Professor Jerome, for the treasurer's report. An interesting thing to note, Sir joined as an REC student and completed as an NIT student and has stayed true to that and strived hard to perform his duties as treasurer. Thank you, sir.
Resolution. Manage. GAM coupled one and presenting now. Because it's not actual, it's actually. Do we need an approval for GAM? Okay, get a BAM budget for approval. No, somebody propose, somebody second.
Yeah, now going on for the approval of GAM budget. Can I please have a proposer and seconder? Proposer, Mr. Venkatesan. Seconded by Mr. Bhaskaran. Thank you. So we go on for approval of authorized signatories to operate the bank accounts. It shall be as president, secretary, and treasurer. Can I have a proposer and seconder?
Secretary in charge. Secretary in charge. We'll modify the resolution. Secretary in charge. Resolution will pass. President, treasurer, and secretary in charge.
We'll be getting a secretary in March 2025.
Then we go back. Because we pass the resolution there.
The treasurer signature is compulsory, not any two out of the three. It has to be treasurer and any one of the other two. It's not reading that. No, his resolution should specifically read that.
With the changes, can I please have a proposer and seconder? Proposer, Mr. Ilangu, seconder, Mr. Ravindran. Going on, I would like to seek the approval for appointment of auditors. The retiring auditors, Seduraman and Srivatsan, being eligible, offer themselves for reappointment. Can we have a proposer?
That resolution again has to be rightfully this way, that they offer themselves for reappointment. They will be reappointed for a period from the close of this AGM to the close of the next AGM. That is how it should read specifically, because it's going to be 6-8 months only. So you have to specify that at a remuneration to be fixed by the executives.
Definitely.
Okay, please.
Mr. Ram is the proposer. Seconder, Mr. Venkatesan Sheshadri. Now I request upon
Before that, special resolution, let's finish the resolutions.
we have two special resolutions.
I have a background to that, before the first resolution. I don't know how many of us are aware, it was a revelation for me 3-4 months back, that as per the bylaws, the name of the association is Recal. And as per the PAN card and the bank account is REC Alumni Association. So anytime we go back to any authority for GST registration, which we have to go to, they are asking for the bylaws, and the name should tally with the income tax records and the PAN card, etc. and the bank account. So it is necessary to make this consistent and compliant between the bylaws and the income tax records and the bank accounts. That's the reason for this resolution. Yes. Go ahead.
So now I present to consider and if thought fit, pass the following resolution as an ordinary resolution. It may be read as a special resolution. Resolve that approval be granted for changing the name of the association from Recal to REC Alumni Association. Can I have a proposal? Mr. Kosal Rana.
I have a suggestion. Is there a possibility to have a bracket recall?
No, just 1 moment.
No.
The resolution itself is
No,
wrong.
no, it should change from Recal to REC Alumni Association. We can't change the PAN card and all is REC Alumni Association. Correct, Jerome? PAN card and bank account is REC Alumni Association.
We can change the name of, for finality, please change the name to Recal itself. PAN card can change using this resolution. Bank also can change.
Ramanan, going see, with this, what we can do effectively is, this is just a change in the bylaws only, which is easier. I spoke to Santosh Ashivatsan before coming doing this, because you have to go, the change income tax records now, that's an entire process.
But we have to go through the process once.
See, what we do now, see, Ramanan, the urgency for this resolution I mentioned to you is this. I want to apply for GST tomorrow.
Temporary GST.
அதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் நடக்காது. அது income tax போனா 15 days, 1 month, 2 months நான் சந்தோஷ் பேசினேன். Srivatsan company. We need to do this. What all he wanted was change a resolution copy to be sent to him tomorrow. He said to start the process.
See, just to give you an insight into how this became Recal was REC Alumni Association, when we revived it, it was college became NIT Trichy. So at that time, there was a question mark. So we said, okay, we will call it Recal, recall your days in college. That's how the name Recal came. It also reflected REC Alumni Association. So just keep this in mind, because
Ramanan accept this exigency, because Kosa will say payment bank account pay
fear is, for the sake of a short-term benefit, let us not create a
short term, Ramanan. This is necessary because we have payment gateways, we are getting money. We have given income tax PAN numbers to our sponsors. If we start that process, we can't do anything for the next 1 or 2 months. I can tell you, till this happens. This is a requirement because GAM is in January. Seriously.
Then let us do one thing. If you want to do this, we have to be very clear that we will rewrite the AOP, the amendment. We have to amend our association guidelines and complete that process before the next AGM and keep it ready for
What process, Ramanan?
making Recal the permanent name.
Okay, after next AGM, we can go back to that, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. இல்லப்பா இப்ப வந்து PAN card இதுல இருக்கு, bank account is in this name. இல்ல When
I'll tell you how the income tax records will read. It'll read, recall, formerly known as REC Alumni Association. You can do it for 3 years. Like we may change the name of our companies. This is how you are expected to do. So same way we can do recall in bracket and AOP of the alumni of REC stroke NIT Trichy. So everywhere we should bring in the clear view that we are an AOP, so that that is.
No, we are applying for GST as an unregistered AOP only.
Yes, correct.
We are applying for, but my thought is, if you can, if we can facilitate for GAM, after Jan, we can start.
No, that's what I said. I will assist you in this. April, by January to April, we will get this done.
Please, let's go ahead.
I will assist you in that.
Please do that. So for now, we pass this resolution. After Jan 15th, you have to say something? Yeah. Mike, introduce yourself, sir, if you don't mind.
Yeah, good afternoon to all. I am Maran, 1998 mechanical, working as a scientist at Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research, Kalpakkam. As Sir has rightly said, I think that recall name was kept with some purpose. Like we are recalling our memories and those things. So I think changing that to REC Alumni Association is not
Sir,
looking perfect. Oh, one thing, PAN number can be changed, sir. PAN account can be changed.
I'm sorry to say, it takes time. And we don't have time, we're not able to apply for GST.
Sir, our auditor can do it. See, it is a. Back to recall. Okay, but no, I think our auditors can do that. See, I had changed my spell, my initial, everything of PAN. And not only that, name, many things we can do it, sir. We can do it online also. Sir, where is our bank account for kind information? The bank account, enga irukkudu? Bank account enga irukkudu? SBI, nationalized bank, no. Sir, we are also. I think auditors can take over this process. That's why we are paying for them, no? I don't think it's easy only. I had changed my name. Auditors can take over. I think Sedhu, you please comment.
Yeah, why you want to have a temporary solution? We can go for it. We can change the PAN and account number.
Ravindran, is that Mr. Ravindran?
I am Sedhu.
Sir,
98.
sir, we went and applied for GST. They clearly said it has both have to match. Okay, either the PAN and income tax record plus the bank account have to match. I don't know how it happened, but everything in the past is in the name of REC Alumni Association except the bylaws. I don't know how it happened. See, it was inherited by us for maybe 10 years, 15 years, I don't know how long back. It became REC Alumni Association in the bank account. Those days, there was no KYC. They didn't ask for any proof. So they opened it in the name of REC Alumni Association. Okay, that is the problem. See, it's something which was done 15 years back. What Mr. Raman's suggestion is, we'll do this and work backwards in April to call it Recal again. Huh?
Recall has some memories now.
No, sir, nothing is changing, sir.
Nostalgic.
I agree, sir.
Emotional moments, recalling our childhood days.
Mali, can I say something here? Folks, we have done a lot of. First thing you must understand is all your old REC guys, you form only 25% of the alumni population. 75% of the alumni population is NITT graduates. Okay, so kindly don't push your old ideas here. It doesn't matter, boss. Your institute is known by NIT Trichy now. I would rather say, please say NIT Trichy Alumni Association. Recal is good for us oldies. Okay, you give money and you ask for all the change. But if you don't give money, you have no business to ask for it. I'm just kidding. But please understand, we as an association have to attract the young alumni to take part. Young alumni has no feeling for your REC. They know only NIT. Okay, so please, 75% is NIT. Okay, and PG students, bulk, like today 50% are PG. Okay, and they don't recognize REC. Whereas if you change to NIT alumni, like what about IIT Madras? They call it IIT Madras Alumni Association or IITM Alumni Association. So I think if you ask me, please allow Mali to do his work by getting the GST right now. And if you want to discuss changing the association name, I'm going to fight for it definitely, because you should look at the young generation, not oldies. Oldies, we should give advice and retire. Sorry.
Mr. Mahalingam sir, this is Murali actually. Again, as sorry, your good name. Yeah, I do. I am in 100% with what Rajasekhar says. So instead of REC alumni, we can have NIT alumni, NITT alumni association. Yeah, because as he rightly said, let our alumni be known as NITT.
I agree with you completely. The new generation doesn't identify. We have had enough feedback from the new current generation. There are enough people write to me personally and say, boss, REC, we are not REC. Okay. Many of us in Durum REC, I have strong feeling for REC, but the new generation says, it's time you have a new identity. Next AGM, we shall discuss that in detail. No problem.
Okay.
My humble request to all of you, let's run gap.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, I just have a point, like, the treasures and the ancientness are not to be forgotten. So why don't we connect a new perspective of connecting Recal NITT together also? Just an idea.
Next AGM, we'll discuss that matter.
Yeah, REC, Recal NITT. So it should be,
campaign or contest or renaming Recal to whatever. We'll do that. Okay. We'll run. We'll make it democratic and let everybody come up with names and we'll decide. Okay. Pass the buck to the next man. Aman, please. At lunch. Who's proposing? Who's seconding? Taju. Oh, Taju. Come on.
Proposal, Mr. Taju. Second, Mr. Ramanan.
So for all of you who disagree, this request is only temporary because we need to get the GST done immediately. Please understand. It's not as if we don't want to do it, because if I submit the papers tomorrow, the GST could come. If it comes without any further questions, the next 15 days to 1 month, it's an exercise by itself. Me and Jerome have gone through once already. We're going second time, correct? Done. Second resolution. I think I mentioned this. We are recruiting a general manager. On the compensation, we should come back to you at the time of that and confirm. We want to go ahead and advertise or ask for a general manager. Somebody to propose and somebody to second, please. PK proposes, who seconds? Sai seconds. That is the question. I said we are trying to make it reasonable. Between you and me, we're looking at a band of maybe lakh and 25, 75 to lakh also, depending on what we're looking. But we'll take the decision only on candidates. Somebody very deserving comes, we'll do a circular and then we'll figure out. The idea is to make sure we get the right candidate. There's a thought, but final numbers, once we get applications, we'll pass it through and get it done.
General.
Yeah, we'll do.
Sir, once again, Maran here. General manager is a new post you are going to add, or?
If you're aware, we already have a CEO right now.
Yeah, we know. I know that.
I don't know if you were there when I presented. The CEO, after discussions in August, is staying till GAM and moving on Jan 31st.
Okay.
But we need a senior person running the association right now. So that for that reason, we want to hire a person to continue this.
As of now, how many staffs are there, sir? How many staffs are there in Recal?
Totally three.
Three.
Actually, one person, Ganesh, was there unwell for the last 6 months almost.
Alumni, yeah. So we can go for a new one.
So what we are trying to understand is, instead of CEO, there will be a position called general manager. So CEO will be eliminated, general manager will be included.
I don't know what's happened after that. So The idea is this, we need a senior person, call it what you want, who you want, etc. We are saying general manager to give it a certain level, basically.
Okay.
And we're hoping to get somebody in Trichy itself this time. Let's see how that goes, basically.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Can we finish Derek Dean's speech and then go on, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah, please.
Moving on, I would like to request our Dean, Dr. Uma, Institution Development and Alumni Relations, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'll not take much of your time. I think it's already, we are past 45 minutes over our time, 1:45 now. It's an immense pleasure to stand before you as Dean Alumni Relation. I have additional points to say that I'm an alumni of this institution. I passed out in 2009. I completed my research in this institution. And one more, many of you must be knowing about it. I was born and brought up here till 8th standard in REC Trichy. My daddy was an EO and deputy registrar, and he did his MSc transportation in our college. He's an alumni. My daddy was also an alumni of this institution. Based on this, I'm very happy to be part of alumni relations together with other portfolio under my deanship. With an immense pleasure, I say that I'm very happy to work with the Recal Alumni Association of NIT Tiruchirappalli. We call like that. And I wish to express my gratitude for the people who have really created this alumni association, right from A.V. Karthikeyan sir, who is here, and taken up to this level. And our present president, Mahalingam sir, I just want to mention about it. He has visited around 45 times, 45 plus more times to NIT Trichy during his period. And really, the contribution from the senior alumni as well as the other alumni to the institute is really great. So I wish to place my gratitude for this. As an institute representative, we all should feel proud that, again, this year also in NIRF ranking, we are within 10, stands 9, keep it in the third year. And first among all NITs, we have to really feel proud about it. To say a few words, Recal has really taken up the association of or the collaboration of the institute with alumni in a very sustainable and healthier manner. And I wish to continue this. I have taken over only in January. And I had very good time working with Mr. Shamla, CEO. We have initiated so many things which is on pipeline. And we were planning for many things to take up. And I hope the present scenario will help me to continue the same way. So few words about how I'm going to take it up further is, because I was thinking of telling about the initiatives, what I've taken after I've taken over as deanship, as dean, but everything was told about Mr. Mohan Raj as joint secretary, and Mahalingam sir have mentioned about it. So I'm not going to talk about what alumni have already done to the institute, but what is my plan is, there are a lot of collaborations is happening, but I want this collaboration to be taken up in the research and innovation level. So our institute, our director has also initiated certain things in this regard. What I am planning is, I have requested our faculty to come out with research proposal in the cutting edge areas. And I'm trying to consolidate it and have it as a brochure as well as the digital format, which will be released during GAM 2025. And I want alumni to be part of the research activities taken up by the faculty and take our institute next level. As it was mentioned by one of the deans of IIT Madras, that we have to dream going to NIRF 5. We should not feel that first among NIT is enough for us. We have to go ahead, beat few IITs, and we have to aim for going to 5th rank or 6th rank of NIRF ranking. So to that, there are a lot of things to be done in the terms of research and development and innovation and startups. So our director has clearly laid our strategic plan is getting over in 2025. So we have started working on next strategic plan. So based on that, the support of alumni who are really not less than any of the IITs. Recently, after taking over as deanship, I have taken a small survey on how many CEOs and how many co-founders are among a NIT alumni community. I could really surprised to see that our CEOs and co-founders number among our alumni community is around 1,300 or 1,400, which is not less than IIT Madras, is around 2,200 or plus. And co-founders, it was around 750 plus. And it's not very far away, like in IIT Madras is around 1,200 plus. So in no way far away from IIT Madras or any of the IIT, and IIT Madras stands first in ranking in India. So we can surely, with the support of alumni, we can fight and reach more heights and more laurels to our institute. With these few words, I just will not take much of your time. I thank all the alumni. I don't want to mention their names for supporting, collaborating with the institute, and on my own behalf and the behalf of my director, Dr. Shakila, and my faculty and staff of the institution. And before I close, I just want to say that we have lost few peoples in the last year, like want to mention the person who have contributed around 1 crore for Nobel laureate, inviting Nobel laureate to address our students, Mr. Mukund sir. Really, it was very, very shocking to us. And we have lost few more alumni who have been contributing or who have been not only to the college, but for their own sake and for their place of work. And with a great sorrow, I also want to, what to say? I don't have words to say. We have lost one of our third-year MMA student yesterday in Pondicherry Beach. Just now I got a message from the institute that the body has been recovered and he could found dead. So for all these souls who have left us till today, we'll place 2 minutes silence and give respect to them, please. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity. I once again thank Mali sir, his team, Jerome, Manikandan, Moganra, JC sir, Raj sir for all the initiatives. And I also, Mr. Shamala, I should really point out, we have done a lot of initiation. One I should mention about it is about Illinois Tech MOU, where we have been really to take the institute to the next level in terms of internationalization. And we have also taken up another initiation with Swinburne University, Australian University, through Tamil Nadu Guidance Cell. I hope it will get through and we'll be collaborating with them also. I'm mentioning very few. There are so many initiations by the present Recal team and Mr. Shamala. I hope this will continue in the future, and with all your support and with the support of the present as well as future Recal, I just want to do a small bit of increment in the Alumni Association or NMLA collaboration with the institute, and we should take up our institute inside inside IIT ranking. We should break the glass and reach to 5th or 6th. I'm not aiming for 5, but we can surely break up the glass and go to 5th or 6th, and I'm working towards it. Thank you all. Thank you.
Before the floor is open for questions, I must acknowledge Mas. She was being extremely busy today. She had some family compulsions. She said, I was very touched when she said, only because all of you are coming today. She drove down this morning all the way, all by herself. And she's going back this afternoon. I think we should really thank her. And I should mention that she said, should I speak, sir? I said, I leave the choice to you. I think she came and saw the enthusiasm here and decided to speak, correct? Thanks so much for speaking. You spoke from your heart. Thanks so much. We are with you. The floor is open for questions.
Thank you, madam. The floor is open.
There's some online questions also, no? That's okay.
Sir, if you don't mind, I have one more small request, sir. See, we have headquarters in Tiruchirappalli. So possible, we can have at least one or two AGMs in Tiruchirappalli so that more people will be able to participate and even students will be able to come and be part of it. So.
Next AGM in Tiruchirappalli, Ravindran and Bhaskar here.
I may be wrong, but.
Ravindran, Bhaskar and Ramanan, AVK sir, so many of you Trichy people are here, so we can. Huh? Venkatesh.
Oh.
We have 14 started moving because we would sit in here to work and we didn't know how to people.
No, I think the Trichy chapter is quite active now.
Different chapters.
I'm signing up for the next AGM in Trichy, if you want. இந்த டீலிங் எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. Danger ஆலியா நீர். Okay. Questions now. Ram. And how?
I agree with sir, but it is not the part of this Recal Association annual general body meeting. If permission of Ramanan sir, can I?
No, she wants to make a statement, Ramanan.
Yes.
One thing we are very clear, this is an administration matter and the administration is done right here.
Ramanan, just one request. She doesn't want to make a statement. There are many alumni who are requesting information on the incident. No, they see there has been no communication from Recal. She doesn't have to speak. I'll tell you where I'm coming from on this question. I'm reflecting what they are asking for, what steps have been taken. Recal cannot give you information on the steps. So, but I'm not saying we need to yield to them their pressure or anything, but there are questions which we need to answer. I don't think we need to answer it in this forum, but we need to give information to the alumni. We can stop with that. I don't know if you don't want to give, we'll tell them we are not giving information. We have to take a decision on that here because there are enough alumni questions being asked through the various medium. I've had personal questions also. I've told them we are not authorized to talk. We are not authorized to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't know if the institute wants to make an official statement. I don't think they want to on this because they've given enough information. But the only question that is being asked, Ramanan, is what are the steps that have been taken till now? Either we say it or somebody else say it. They're asking that question. I don't know how to react to it. I need advice on how to react.
I support Ramanan. It should be the college which should do it. Actually, the number of steps taken, etc.
I leave it to the call.
Okay, and at the right forum, not.
Yes. Yes, sir. We need some time. Yeah. Again, we are working on it. Continuously, we are working on that. We have already implemented few steps. Yet to be done, a few things have to be done. So please give us some time. Surely we'll come out with the actions taken. As of now, I can say that there was an SOP, but there was a lapse in SOP on that day and really shouldn't have happened, but it has happened. So right from increasing the number of securities, we have cameras everywhere, increasing the number of cameras, and so many other aspects we are working on it. And the demands of the students have been taken up very well. Give us some time, surely we'll come out with the official reply on what are the actions taken. I have a reply with me, but still ma'am wants some time to put it in alumni group. So please give us some time. We'll come out with a reply.
Thank you, ma'am. I understand your position very well put.
In addition to the madam, already institute communicated through media. Already they published in the Hindu, what are the steps they have taken and all. So this matter already conveyed, sir. So this is what I would like to say.
Okay.
Oh, say that, Jerome. If there's an alumni query, we'll say that, that's all.
One question, I mean, nothing to do with this incident or anything. There had been promises, pledge, which Ramanan, initiated in GAM 2020. Sai, if you remember that thing. How much of it has been collected? Because we thought we had set ourselves a target to do it ASAP. The pledge, I saw a number of 1,10,000 or something like that. I don't know whether it was on the expense side or the
No, that is income side.
income
You
side.
contributed 1 lakh and remaining
Okay,
is from
because
other people.
hardly anything happened in terms of follow from Recal on that. I mean,
No, we send a email communication to all the people, and based on that we received
no, but only
some responses.
I mean, you mean,
Yes.
Mali,
Scenario changed.
no, I understand the background. In fact, I've been raising this on and off. If you see in some of the forums, so I think somewhere there's been a pledge. If some follow up can be done on that and money received, it'll be okay. No, we need a total statement. Yeah.
Of a point taken, make a point taken.
I have one. See, a long time back when Ramanan was president, there was a plan to build a Recal center. And in fact, the land where the new library is currently standing was the land allotted. On the request of Mr. Chidambaram sir, we actually gave that land, Recal gave that land back. But at the time I was the vice president of the Alumni Association, with a promise from the college that whenever we are ready to build one, the suitable land will be given. See, at the time, in 2006 or 5, whenever that plan was formed, I think we had about 6-7 lakhs. Then later on with the AGM's approval, that money was used for the Recal Middle School. Actually, Recal Foundation was started for that building. Was one of the main purposes, right? Recal Center. So I think now our Alumni Association has grown in stature. We should look at, establishing our own home, small home there, so that, even other activities can be moved there. So first of all, is Recal interested in, creating an initiative? Then we can go to the college and ask for the land suitable. Just my suggestion.
Prabhu, gut level answer is yes, we are interested, but we need to be clear on what we want out of it. And then we can go talk. Let's internally discuss. I don't know if this is the forum right away to discuss this. We can form a committee for people who want to do this. I think Ramanan, you are involved. You can guide us on what to be done. I think Sai also, past presidents can get together and we'll take it to the larger group and then we'll go ask. We should interested. Yes, definitely. It's a great area. I don't know if it's going to include a place to stay because the guest house is already there. What is envisaged? If there is there, we'll go ask the college. I can tell you only one thing. Among, the last 2 years, both Professor Mini Thomas and Dr. Akida have been extremely open and receptive to alumni requests. I can tell you. If we place it in a proper way with a proper thing, I think it should be possible.
Then probably we should just form a exploration committee or something.
All of you can take the initiative and we can start.
Okay.
See, actually, what we can do is, we can put it together. After GAM, we can go talk to them straight away. But we should put together a proposal.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
We will do that.
Administration will be with Recal Alumni Association. We'll be able to support you, sir. I'll talk to my director. And I'll even before you come out with your proposal, I can give a word after talking to my director, sir.
Perfect. Super.
Yeah. To add to this point, as we should have a center at our NIT.
Correct.
That we should have an office, exclusive office place, and also an auditorium or whatever may we call it as to conduct the meetings. So that will be an exclusive center for our development of alumni and also students' developments.
Ravindra sir,
Yes,
just
sir.
one more addition to what. Actually, we were allotted space behind upstairs. Okay, but we were keen to keep this place because alumni walk in there and visibility is there for Recal. But there's additional space. We need space if we have more people. Let us make Recal bigger and the team bigger and then do that, sir. We'll talk when you come to Trichy. There is an opportunity surely, if that's your question, yes.
Can have that sector exclusive office in that particular premise. That is very important.
In college?
We'll discuss separately. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's maybe we'll elaborate later on. That's good.
This request in the next dean's meeting. I'll try to get a space for Recal Trichy chapter inside our campus.
Fine. That's good.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions.
One more point to add to this again.
Yes, sir, we'll.
Yeah.
Prabhu was telling me the story on the day. Sure, sir, I'll talk to ma'am and we'll. It has to be passed in the board, I suppose. They'll be having the previous minutes, no? So for based on that, we'll do it, sir. Sure, sir.
Yes. Again, to add one more point again. That's good, sir. I think you are done. Did. So to add one more point to this again, being the Trichy being the nodal chapter, I think we should have an important for that. And the kind of fund what I'm not able to see anything like the Trichy chapter. No, whenever after I took over, I'm asking what is the fund status. I think we're not getting any response. I think let me come Trichy chapter.
Ravindran sir.
Yeah.
There's only one thing. See, right, as of now, any fundraising is done for causes on the foundation. Association gets money as membership fee from the
That's good.
college.
Okay, understood.
Out of which we spend money for student activities, alumni activities. So, and right now there's an organization. Now, if there is to be fundraising for each chapter, normal, I used to be part of the IAM Calcutta alumni chapter. We used to do two things. Either you have a membership fee, which you should be accountable for, or you do events, raise money and create a surplus, which is possible.
Okay.
That is a good way to do it because once you take membership fee, you become answerable in every big way.
Yes, yes.
There is two events, get sponsorship and create a surplus. Okay, that is one good way to do an association. But I think, have you formed an entity already, Mr. Ravindran?
No, we have to have meeting next week.
We'll give you some feedback on what kind of entity will work for you because I'm going through this.
That's good.
And you have to open a bank account also.
That's nice.
If
Yeah.
there are activities in between, Recal will definitely support those activities.
Fine, fine.
If you want to do a get together, we'll do that.
Okay, nice.
We can start there.
Okay, okay. Nice, thank you.
Chapter meetings, we can support.
Yeah, that will do it. That will get the guidance from the Lean Association.
Of course, we are there with you. Trichy is close to our heart.
Yeah. We are with that.
As Mali sir said, we can run many courses using our alumni and generate fund. Dr. Kalpana will this respect.
Surely.
Because so much of expertise is available with our alumni. So our BE course, business for engineers and entrepreneurship course. Even if we run that course, twice, we'll get huge amount for the outsiders.
Really forgot to mention that course. It was not started by Recal, but coordinated by Recal. What Bhaskar and Sham have done on the BE course is fantastic. I think they get 60 to 70 participants every year. Right? 30 to 40, and those students really benefit from that. So if there is opportunity, we'll discuss, Ravindran, how to do this. What are the questions? Online, there are some questions.
Ma'am, this is one point. I belong to this safety fraternity. I'm one of the international expert in SHE, where we have certain courses, trade short-term courses, 3 months or 6 months, 1 year courses, which are valid for employing as safety officers or environment specialists or occupational health specialists. In such area where NIT has only one course, ME in industrial safety. In supporting that, we can have this short-term courses under the skill development, and it will be mutual benefit. We can do it through alumni. Because I have a couple of
Bhaskar, one lovely thought she has put is,
Yeah.
you make it minimum charges, so generate money for the association. You can do it like that.
Yeah.
Outsiders.
Oh, yeah.
More.
Yeah, this is short-term or one-day seminars and all. We can have it
Super idea.
of chapters.
Thanks, Bhaskar.
Yeah, that we can do it.
Super. Ravindran sir, you please. Some online questions, no?
Yes, we have some online questions. So if we can take a few questions, sir. Okay. Yeah. So there is one question from Mr. Naval Taire from 2000. There's a question from Mr. Naval of 2004 batch. I am from.
Why?
Yes, from the UAE chapter. I am from 2004 batch. Can I know the details of the alumni reunion of part-time 2004 batch, the names and branch?
Can I?
Can I know the details of alumni reunion of the part-time 2004 batch?
I think we'll find out. No, I don't know. Who knows? Then we have to get back. இருக்கு ஒண்ணு இருந்து நம்ம பண்ணோம் 2 they paid 1 lakh also to give us.
So there is some feedback on the audio testing at the venue. Feedback taken, sir. It's from Mr. Pradeep Kandaswamy. We'll work on it, sir. And there's a question from Mrs. Sharmila Manikanta Das. Isn't the PAN card name change easier? I think we've addressed that question also, sir.
I'm confused now.
And we also have a question from Mr. Pradeep Kandaswamy. Hereafter, please conduct the recall HQ AGMs in the institute and the chapter AGMs in the respective chapter locations.
I have agreed. Answered and agreed. Next one in Trichy, hopefully, yeah.
Yes. So moving on to the next question, there's Mr. Tarun who asked, hey, would like to ask a question. If you're available, you can ask me, sir. There is Mr. Tarun who's wanting to ask a question.
Speaking, etc.
Yeah, can you please write it down, sir?
Connection won't be great.
He is there. He just asked a moment to reply. So moving on. Yeah, we'll come back to you, Mr. Tarun. So
There are more than one question here.
So there is one question.
Is there a question? Tradition plus modernity. I've never seen the designed by our students for Next team. Serious discussion. There have been feedback. Why 2 logos? I think we have had feedback from seniors like Anantaraman and A.V. Karthikeyan said that is the original traditional ego. I think Ramanan, you also mentioned. We'll have to find a way to accommodate this or modify this both.
I think as we are pressed for time, we'll take last 2 questions as we are way past our AGM time. So there is one question in the chat box which says there is an FD that was closed for 25 lakhs. And that person's it's from Mr. Pradeep. And it says FD closed from HDFC Bank for 25 lakh 30,000. And they're asking why it has been closed.
The scholarship payment. Actually, the scholarship the interest will come only in the month of April. But last year we initiated the scholarship in the month of October. So to distribute the scholarship money, we closed that. That was actually our surplus, somehow surplus funds. So that will be adjusted.
Yeah. And so one more question from Mr. Pradeep again as to why are you showing the fine amount paid for 2024-25 in the budget?
That was not a budget. That was a financial, what expenses incurred for the foundation. Foundation expenses. It was not a budget.
Hope it clarifies Mr. Pradeep's questions. So with this, we close the floor for questions. And now,
Sir, we have some more questions.
Maran has one last question, or
Uma ma'am, actually, the inspiring speech that has, made me to ask this actually. See, we will be having GAM 2025, and I was actually talking with Mr. Mahalingam sir,
Yes, sir.
maybe last week, I think. See, we'll be inviting the guest speakers. Probably Mr. Mahalingam will have a better idea than me. So maybe we can, request the alumni, who are gathered here and may not be available here. They can also, try to explore the best, speakers available here. Probably, they may be belonging to the alumni fraternity. So I'm just trying to tell you that let's explore this camp 2025, under Mr. Mahalingam's leadership.
Yes.
We'll have better speakers.
Yes, sir, sure.
And I do have a suggestion. I was actually talking to Mahalingam regarding that. Our Tiruvallur Lok Sabha Member of Parliament, Mr. Shashikant Sindel, I spoke with him day before yesterday. Yes, in principle, he has consented to be available during the camp 2025. However, anyway, I will discuss with you, Mr. Mahalingam, in detail, and try to accommodate his speech during the event. That's my only.
Thank you, Murli. I'll tell you all, see, I wish I can say more, but we have lined up some very nice speakers. You will be very, very happy hearing those names when I give you those names. Very, very accomplished alumni only. This time we've tried not to get an external speaker. We want to showcase throughout the theme of this game will be the talent from the institute, whether it's the speakers or the evening program or the dancers.
He is also an alumni only.
Why we have such a talent pool, why should we go outside?
No, not outside. That Congress MP.
No, I'm not talking that. That's why we will look at that. So he's also, other people we are speaking is also.
He is also an alumnus.
We're looking for a stand-up comedian alumni. If you have any suggestions, you can let us know. We are looking for, we want to make an alumni show end to end actually. We can. Huh? Now stand-up comedy, na India. Comedy Totally taken, but you'll be surprised with the names we give once we give the names.
Yeah.
And regarding your suggestion, speak to Karthik Karnakaran, he heads the program committee. And Manikandan also knows that Shashikant Sendil well. Okay, you can talk to him also, so you know him. Suggestion taken, coordinate with, we will have a panel of alumni also. Actually, we're requesting Vishnu Venugopal also to do that. He's agreed in principle. So we'll do something. Feedback taken. Thank you. Any more alumni suggestions, give it to us.
Yeah, I'll be in touch.
Are we done? Time out? Over time out?
So
Thank you.
Close. So thank you for all the energy in the room. Now I request Recal Vice President, Mr. Manikandan, to propose the vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Give me 30 seconds, sir. So, on behalf of Recal, I stand before you to propose the vote of thanks for today's AGM. I would like to thank each one of you for taking time and attending the AGM 2024, both physically and virtually. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Uma, Dean Institute Development, for coming all the way from the institute and addressing the gathering. I would like to thank our auditor for preparing the financial statement. It goes without mentioning the Recal Secretariat staff, who puts together, work together, prepare the nice presentation and supporting all Recal activity. I would like to thank Syamala, CEO, Silpa, Manager, and Ganesh, Assistant Manager. Now, I would like to thank Madras Management Association from the bottom of my heart for providing such a wonderful facility. And MMA is a go-to place for all of us. Whenever we need place, we get it. And our president happened to be the president of MMA also. Now I don't want to stand between you and lunch, as president has already gave me the mandate. Close it fast. Thank you, each one of you. There is a small announcement. Let us join here for the group photo. Thank you. AGM is formally closed now.
Let us formally close the AGM. Now the floor is open for group photo.
We close the AGM with this. Thank you for coming, all of you. And thank you for a wonderful suggestions and idea. I'm both confused and clear. Thank you.
Request everyone to come on the stage for the group photo.